Om Shanti. Today we are celebrating Remembrance Day of our most beloved, respected Dadi Prakashmani ji. I do not find words to describe Dadi ji's personality because she was unique. On 18th January 1969, when Brahma Baba ascended to angelic state, Dadi ji took over the responsibility of the Brahma Kumari's organization as its chief. And since then, the institution made progress by leaps and bounds. And Dadi ji was instrumental in making it a global organization, unique of its kind, managed mostly by women, as directed by God Shiva. Some of the milestones of the institution are that it got membership of the United Nations as a non-governmental organization with consultative status in ECOSOC and UNICEF. This opened new avenues of service for the Brahma Kumaris because the United Nations are actually doing the work which God has assigned to Brahma Kumaris, that is of peacemaking. And the institution undertook lot of projects jointly with the United Nations. I remember a series of universal peace conferences were held at Mount Abu, the headquarters of Brahma Kumaris, followed by projects like Global Cooperation for a Better World, Million Minutes of Peace Appeal, and the like. As a result, every year when a conference was held, international conference, we got top VIPs from the United Nations. I remember Under Secretary Generals like Dr. James Jonah, Dr. Robert Mueller, Mr. Safran Check, and seniors like Shelley Swing Sally. They all came all over from United States to India. And equally, because the conference is of high status, Indian VIPs also started coming to Mount Abu, and doors were opened for raising the status of the institution by participation of leaders from almost all professions. Similarly, then what happened that the institution worked so well that the United Nations gave it 6 Peace Messenger Awards, 5 for different regions of the world and 1 international. And we also find that in India, the institution was well organized in different ways so that the service could expand to all states of India. Then the society was divided into the entire society into 8 different professional, what we call wings. And the institution formed different wings for different professions so that almost the entire society was covered, and 18 wings are now functioning actively. Those included the politician service wing, the 3 main powers, politics, religion, science, the religious leader service wing, then scientist and engineer service wing. Likewise, we had the media wing, the medical wing, social workers wing, women's wing, youth wing, and all different wings. So under these wings, different VIPs of each profession like vice chancellors in the education wing, MDs, CMOs in the medical wing, and all leaders in the women's wing, leaders of the various women's organizations, they started coming to Mount Abu and the programs were also held in different states of India. Then Dadiji decided to hold spiritual fairs and festivals which were unique of its kind. First World Welfare Festival, which had international participation, was held at the Red Fort, and it was a grand success because tableaus were also taken out in the one of the main streets of Delhi. After that, Dadiji decided that in all big cities 10 such fairs or festivals will be held. Thereafter, Dadiji made a plan that we should have programs with gatherings of at least 1 lakh people. And I remember 2 programs were held in Delhi and other programs with 1 lakh gatherings were held in different parts of India. To manage and man the various centers which were growing in number, Dadiji started regular training for teachers, Brahma Kumari teachers at Mount Abu. Courses were made for self-development as well as service and running the centers. Then refresher courses were started for teachers who had been in service for 3 years, 5 years and etc. So, this enabled senior ones to teach and give their experiences to the new teachers. An army of such teachers were created. Then apart from Mount Abu, big retreat centers were formed in India, like the Om Shanti Retreat Center in Delhi, the Shanti Sarovar Retreat Center in Hyderabad, which catered to the needs of many states around, and people had residential facilities to stay there and learn the various courses. Also, programs for youth, children, women were held at these retreat centers. Now we have retreat centers in almost all states of India like Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, everywhere. So, this also helped in the growth of service. Dadiji's, I think, first salient, sterling virtue of Dadiji was that she always considered herself as an instrument. And she took this word instrument in 2 senses. One is I am a mere instrument and the rest of the work is God's work which is being done with the cooperation of all. Secondly, I am instrument, she meant I am responsible. It is my responsibility to see that everything goes well. Secondly, I found that the success of Dadiji's this towering personality was that she followed Shrimad fully and followed each big and small maryada of the yajna set up by Brahma Baba. She followed the footsteps of Brahma Baba completely, and she took along everyone. She wanted everyone to cooperate with each other and also help others in full cooperation in all matters. So, today we remember Dadiji and pay our respectful homage to her. Om Shanti.